It's an administrative mess up, and hundreds of former defendants say it could derail their careers and their lives. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Ken Rice. They were convicted of driving infractions years ago, but Allegheny County somehow never processed the paperwork. And now they're being told to surrender their licenses or file costly appeals. Here's KDKA lead investigator Andy Sheehan.
Whether it was drinking or speeding or some other charge, judges have ordered the suspension of thousands of driver's licenses in Allegheny County over the past 12 years. But several hundred of those drivers were never notified until now. Somebody or some people in this office didn't do their job.
It was definitely a breakdown in the system.
Was it shocking when you found out?
Yes, it was very shocking.
It can only be seen as a massive screw-up in the Department of Court Records. After a judge orders a license suspension, the department is supposed to forward that ruling to PennDOT, which then notifies the defendant. But a recent audit revealed about 1,500 of those rulings were never sent. Now those drivers are getting letters like this one from PennDOT telling them to surrender their license.
And now, over a decade later, they're getting hit with a license suspension that could potentially cause them to lose their job, lose all of the things that they've worked for.
John Bajetsky represents several clients, one of whom was convicted of driving under the influence 8 years ago. Since then, she's cleaned up her life, becoming a nurse who travels in her job. He says this delayed suspension could cost her her career.
When she's done everything she could possibly do to atone for what had happened, it turned her life completely around to a model citizen, and now she's going to have everything she's worked for stripped away from her because of this license suspension.
Court Records Director Michael McGeever says the failure involves clerks, supervisors, and the system itself, and he's putting in safeguards to ensure this doesn't happen in the future, but can only tell those impacted to file appeals. You feel bad about people getting these letters?
I do. I feel extremely bad. I really do. I've thought about it, but I thought I was sickened by this.
But there is no blanket pardon. These letters from PennDOT tell the defendants to surrender their driver's license and face a potentially lengthy and expensive appeals process. Reporting in the Allegheny County Courthouse, Andy Sheehan, KDKA-TV News.